In Commitment 2014, the candidates who are vying to succeed Martha Coakley as the next Attorney General discuss the issue of legalizing marijuana. Here are Democrat Maura Healey and Republican John Miller in their own words.
We've got to see what's happening out in Colorado and Washington State. We've already seen some of the trouble with legalization out there. I support what's happened here in Massachusetts in the legalization to date, but I don't support full decriminalization of marijuana in any amount because I have public safety issues and particularly concerns about young people and addiction. But we have a medical marijuana law. Very important here to implement and make sure that that's working so that people who need medical marijuana are able to access that medicine and do so in a way that's safe. So that's something I know I will be working on with other municipal leaders and others in law enforcement, as well as the Department of Public Health if elected Attorney General.
If I had to vote today, as a citizen, I would vote no to legalize generally. And if I were in the legislature and had a vote in the legislature, I think I'd vote no as well. And let me explain why. I think, you know, kids from age 14 to about 25, it's a very important time in their lives when a lot of things are changing. People are trying to figure out what they want to be when they grow up. They're pursuing their education. You know, I just think until we have more data that we know a little bit more, and we're going to find out a little bit more from Colorado and Washington. So I think over the next few years we'll have a little bit more data about the impact of legalizing marijuana in other states, and it's one of the great ideas from the original founders, you know, that the states could be experimenters. So I think we need the jury's out. We need some more facts. Ultimately, it's a legislative question. But you know, if you had to pin me down today, the answer would be I would vote no.